Hello, Bulldogs. I'm happy to share another great book with you this week. This book reminded me of our school, where we work really hard to make sure everyone feels like they belong. The book is called The Invisible Boy by Trudy Ludwig. Can you see Brian, the invisible boy? Even Mrs. Carlotti has trouble noticing him in her classroom. She's too busy dealing with Nathan and Sophie. Nathan has problems with what Mrs. Carlotti calls volume control. He uses his outside voice inside too much. Sophie whines and complains when she doesn't get her way. Nathan and Sophie take up a lot of space, but Brian doesn't. When the bell rings for recess, Micah and JT take turns choosing kids for their kickball teams. The best players get picked first, then the best friends of the best players, and then the friends of the best friends. And only Brian is left, still waiting and hoping. JT glances in Brian's direction and, just as quickly, looks away. We've got enough players for each team, he tells the others. Let's play ball. In the cafeteria, Madison and her friend talk about her birthday party. The rope swing by the pool was awesome, says JT. Yeah, so was the water slide, adds Fiona. That was the best pool party ever. I'm so glad you guys had fun, says Madison. Everybody did except Brian, because he wasn't invited. And at choosing time, while the other kids play board games and read, Brian sits at his table doing what he loves best. He draws fire-breathing dragons scaling tall buildings, and space aliens locked in intergalactic battles, and greedy pirates digging for treasure, and superheroes with the power to make friends wherever they go. And on Monday morning, Mrs. Carlotti introduces Justin, a new student, to the class, and Brian smiles shyly at him, and some of the other kids sneak looks at him, trying to figure out if he's cool enough to be their friend. They haven't quite made up their minds yet. And at lunch, Madison and JT watch Justin eat with chopsticks. What's that? Asks Madison as she points at Justin's food. And the kids laugh. All of them. That is, except Brian. He sits there wondering which is worse, being laughed at or feeling invisible. And the next day, when Justin goes to his cubby to put away his backpack, he notices a piece of paper with his name on it. Justin, I thought your food looked good. Brian. And in morning recess, Brian finds a piece of chalk on the ground and starts drawing right away. You're Brian, right? Yeah? Thanks for the note. Hey, Justin, Emilio calls out from the tetherball court. You're up next. Sorry, I gotta go, says Justin. By the way, that's a really cool drawing, he adds before taking off. And back in class, Mrs. Carlotti asks the kids to team up in 2s or 3s for a special project. And the kids scurry around the room to pair off, and Brian heads toward Justin. I'm already with Justin, says Emilio. Find someone else. And Brian just looks at the floor, wishing he could draw a hole right there to swallow him up. Mrs. Carlotti gives the class directions for the project, and your assignment is to work together to write a story about what you see in that photograph. Whoa, cool, says Amelia. What kind of people do you think live in houses like that? I don't know, but I bet Brian could draw them to go with our story, says Justin. Brian smiles, and he takes out his lucky pen. And there's all of them working together. It's lunchtime again, Brian's least favorite part of the day. Another 20 long minutes of kids talking and laughing with everyone else but him. Brian, he hears someone shout. Hey, Brian, over here. And Brian turns and he sees Justin waving him over. And Emilio nods as Brian and he make room for him at the table. Maybe, just maybe, Brian's not so invisible after all. The end. To all the Bulldogs, you're not invisible. We miss you every day.